We are live. We are live. And I figured because I am running a little late, a wizard is never late. Let me change that. Because I am a little off my timing, I figured I would come together with us and we would pull out the cards together. Three of Pentacles. This is my ritual that I experience every day, preparing for tarot and your money. Hi, Derry. How are you loving May? How you loving May? Thank you for being on the Instagram live with us yesterday. Thank you. Thank you for that. Empress Rising. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? We are diving all the way in today. Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. How you loving? I am here for your freedom. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. And if we haven't met yet, I am KAISI, also known as Reverend Valerie Love, Divine Midwife of Soul, Destiny, Christian Witch, and the author now of, I think, 20 books on practical spirituality. Y'all, let me tell you. 5 inches of snow, Derry. Ooh, Derry, you made me cold just thinking about it. Let me send you some Miami vibes. Let me send you some palm tree sand on the beach. Can you feel it? Can you feel the warmth? Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I'm addicted to the equator. I am addicted to the equator. You hear me? The closer to the equator I am, the happier I am. So today we have Three of Pentacles. So we are in our money and your tarot and your money 78-day challenge. It's going to actually be probably 80 days by the time we're all said and done, because we have an intro which was on the new moon. We started this entire journey on the new moon. Just send me a dang place to I know that's right. Come on, Derry. Come on down here and hang out with me and lay on the beach. Oh my God. Or walk on the beach in the morning. I tell you one thing. When I was in my space of walking on the beach every morning, I have to tell you something. The beach is the absolute best exfoliator for your feet ever, ever, ever. Like everything came clean off my feet. I was washing my feet and I'm like, wow, my feet are super soft. Super soft. Super soft. Like sand. Best exfoliated ever. Oh, we can get into some shenanigans, can't we now? Come on, Derry, let's start some trouble. Oh, I got the golf bumps on that one. Come on, sister. Let's get into some stuff. Oh my God. Let's kick up a ruckus. Oh my God. Best ever. So if you think that when you go to the spa ain't got nothing on God's spa. The goddess has already arranged a spa for you, and that spa is in nature. And the quicker you get yourself into nature's spa, the quicker you will experience the healing properties of nature for your skin, your hair, your nails, your body, your limbs, your ligaments, your organs, your mind, your thought processes. All of it is healed in nature. So if you don't have money to go to the spa, walk on the beach. That's the best foot treatment you gonna get. How you living, Danielle? Nicole? Happy New Year to you and your beautiful family, your beautiful girls, and your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful family, your whole entire wonderful family. Happy New Year. God bless you. Smash up the likes, family. Hey, Ruby, how you loving? How you loving? Smash up the likes. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button. And remember to subscribe and ring the bell. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Let's have a smash-a-thon, smash-a-thon, smash-a-thon. I got no makeup on. Thank you. I have no makeup on, which you are going to see. I have my lipstick on from the Wellness Club. My wellness-inspired lipstick with no toxins, okay? I have my makeup packed away, and I just completed editing on the video about becoming a nomad queen and going to 12 plus countries in 12 months. I leave July 5th. So you're going to be able to see that video coming up. It's going to be not this Monday, next Monday. It's going to be uploaded to the channel on a Money Monday, that beautiful vid. So I'm pulling out the Three of Pentacles in the next to the last deck right now, and then we're going to dive in and get started with our incredible tarot and your money today. So if you've been following the challenge the entire time, if you've been following the challenge the entire time, you know that we get one word every single day. And that one word you write in your wealth grimoire. Now, while I'm pulling out the tarot deck, the tarot card in Spellcasters today, I do want to remind you of something. It's a secret. I haven't talked a lot about this, but this is for my channel members. So if you're a member of the channel, then you know it's only $4.99 per month to be a member of the channel. And as a member of the channel, I just added a new goodie to channel membership. And the new goodie, and it was approved by YouTube. Woohoo! Hey Cecilia, how you loving? How you loving? It was approved by YouTube, and the new goodie that I have, oh, Three of Pentacles, I'm looking right at it, okay? That's why I went through the whole entire deck, and it was right in front of me the whole time. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, as my mama used to say. Now, cancel on snakes. I love snakes, okay? I love snakes, and we keep a friendly, happy relationship with snakes. Okay, those are those are the healing agents of the universe. Snakes, serpent energy is very healing energy. Now, I do want to share that if you're a channel member and you know what that means to be a channel member, guess what? I added a new benefit, and the new benefit that I added to channel membership, because I just wanted to make it a lot more luscious, a lot more value packed, a lot more, are you loving? CC Ryder, are you loving? A lot more value packed, a lot more value packed for $4.99 a month. So now there are certain of my books that you are going to be able to receive digital copies of as a gift from me to you when you become a channel member. And channel members are $4.99 a month. I have never focused on channel membership. Family members just hopped in and became members of the channel. I am going to be doing a live stream each month for members only. That live stream will be posted in the members only section right here on the channel. You know where that is, members. And so you'll be my insiders, and you'll be able to give me feedback on the books. So the first book that I put there for y'all, free. Right now, free. It's for members only, free. You like it, Kevin Wells? The first book I put there free for y'all was my Christian Witches Manifesto, which is the manifesto. Hey, essentially, happy Witchy Wednesday. It's Witchy Wednesday. It's Witchy Wednesday. We getting into all sorts of wicked magic today. The first book that I put there for you is Christian Witches Manifesto, which just came out on December 28th and is already selling like hotcakes with no promotion. Like, wow. But all things Christian Witches is hot. People just grab it, they run to it, they grab it. It strikes deeply at our core, doesn't it? Christian Witches is its own entity, it's its own life. So I wrote this book called Christian Witches Manifesto. And I wrote it because I needed to understand clearly in my own mind. I had to form my own framework for what I do. And that framework has been formed over years and years and really decades of walking this path. So, as you know, Christian Witches is not a religion. Christian Witches has no dogma. Every witch makes it up for herself, himself, itself. We don't have rules. That's why we left religion, because we didn't want any rules. It was part of the reason we left religion. The real reason I left religion was because it didn't answer the deep soul questions that I needed answering. I had some questions, and I needed to get to the answers. And after a while, I was like, okay, these people have taken me as far as they can take me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You just know. They have taken me as far as they can take me. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I got to go beyond here. So I myself had to frame my own, framework, not doctrine, not dogma, no rules, religiosity, throw all that out the window. That's not what we do as magical beings, as we all know. I had to form a framework. See, when you walk into a Catholic church right now, if you walked into a Catholic church right now and you said you want to be a Catholic, no problem. Walk in. They have the whole shebang already laid out for you. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Show up every Sunday to Mass. Do this, do this. Essentially, I do have my bell. Right over here on the altar. By the end of the morning. Come on. Oh my goodness. Yes, Derry. Thank you, essentially. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Billionfold return to you. Mwah! I love you, essentially. Thank you for being such an incredible, incredible just voice and presence with us, right? Presence means so much that you all keep showing up to the channel and you keep showing up to the channel. Presence means a lot. So yeah, I had to form my own thing, and every Christian witch does. Like I said, if you go into a Catholic church, you walk into the Catholic church, they say, do this, do this, do this, do this. It's nothing to make up. You got it already. It's all laid out for you. That's what religion does for you. If you walk into a Baptist church, they're going to tell you the same thing. Okay, do this, do this, do this. Show up here on Sunday, say this prayer, do this thing. Put this thing in your house. Get this book, read this, read that. The rules are already laid out for you. Christian witches don't have that. Now, Wiccans have that. Okay? You want to become a Wiccan? I love Wicca. I studied Wicca for many years. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't a match for me. I love it. If you want, right now, if you want to become a Wiccan, okay, here it is. Here's the wheel of the year. Here's this, here's this, here's this. It's not dogmatic. And it's not as rule driven as religion, because within Wicca, there still is your space for you to have your own experience, right? Still, there's a framework. It already exists if you're Wiccan. There's already a framework there for you. You can use as much of it or as little of it as you want. There is a track. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? When you say you're going to be a Christian witch, they ain't jack for you. I found one book, Path of the Christian Witch. That was it, right? And I never, to tell you the honest truth, I never actually read that book. I became aware of that book. I actually never read that book. I will read it, and I do highly, highly, highly recommend it because I've heard it's so good. Adelina St. Clair, and she is absolutely a trailblazer, and she is absolutely like, all hail Adelina St. Clair. Girl, let me tell you something. I got a witch hat named after her because what she did, and in the time that she did it, there was nothing, it was unheard of. It was unheard of. Now, you got Christian witches on every corner. Yay! Thank you, Adelina St. Clair. Thank you, Derry. Thank you, Valerie Love. Thank you, all of the Christian witches that began to stand up and say, here's what's going on with me. I like Jesus in the Bible, and I'm a witch. What about that? And after the world got over the shock of it, oh my God, no, you can't do that. I think we're over that by now, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe some people are still not over it. That's why we're still talking about it. We're still having the global conversation about it so that everyone can understand freedom. And wait till you see the book that I'm writing right now. This is a bombshell book that I'm writing right. The manuscript is so hot, it's freaking smoke coming out of my computer. That's how hot this next book is. But there's not really anything. Yes, that's right. Trailblazers, Christian Witches Roundtable, trailblazing. And so when you blaze a trail, there's not a framework. It's just like the pioneers who came to the United States of America, even though there were already people who lived here, the Aboriginal people of the land, the First Nations, we call them. They had their ways of living. When they wanted to create the United States of America, there was no United States of America. There were already people living here, and there were new people who came in that said, we want to take over your shit. And we're just going to shoot you and kill you, and we're going to steal your shit. And the rest of you that we don't kill, we're going to hit you over the head with this book called the Bible, and you're going to worship our God because you're barbarians. And you need us to save you. That's pretty much the story they give to all the Aboriginal people all over the world that they find. The smart Aboriginal people stay way back in the cut where you can't find them in nature, where they are living harmoniously in nature. But I'm talking about the people that came, quote unquote, that wanted to overtake other people. And I'm not even talking about a particular color or race of people, because this happens in all races. Happened in Australia with the Aboriginal people. It happens all over the place. Okay? So when they came here and they wanted to make the United States of America, there was no Constitution. There was no Declaration of Independence about the slaves. There was no Bill of Rights. There was none of that. People made all that shit up. So when they came here, there was simply land, and there were already people on the land. And they got it in their mind that they wanted to create something. And so they began building and exploring the new world, quote unquote. I say all that to say that if you're some kind of pioneer or trailblazer, you're going someplace where people have never been before, there's no rule book, there's no framework, you're making it up. So I had to make up something for myself that fed my own soul. Does everybody get what I'm talking about? Do you get what I'm talking about? I had to make my own manifesto because we don't have a religion. We don't have holy houses. There's no holy book of the Christian witch. There's no how to do it, none of that. Now, 100 years from now, you might walk into any number of Christian witches churches all over the world and get your life, baby. I would love that. Right now, we don't have that. So what I did was I made up my own. That's really what you're supposed to do on the path of Christianity. You're supposed to, the path of spirituality. You're supposed to make up your own practices, rituals that feed your soul. See, your soul needs food, just like your body needs food. Your soul needs food. Some people out here, their soul is starving. Their soul look like a skeleton because they just walking around feeding their body fat. Soul is a skeleton. You've seen it, right? Because they live for the body. And they live for what's the next burger they can eat, next person they can sex, next drink they can drink, next weed they can smoke or whatever. Weed is not a vice. It can be used as a vice. Okay? So because we didn't have anything to go with, right, Derry? We didn't walk into something already made up, ready to go, in a package, here you go. We didn't have that. So because our soul came to create something new, that's what we're doing. That's Christian Witches Roundtable. That's Autumn, right? With the Christian Witches group on Facebook. That's the Christian Witches groups on Facebook. That's the Christian Witches Facebook fan page. That's the Christian Witches YouTube channel. That's all of these witches all over the world sharing valuable knowledge on this is what I do, and here's my altar, and here's my, and I'm adding to the conversation by saying, here's my manifesto. Then I put racks of empty pages in it and say, hey, if this helped me write a manifesto, maybe it could help someone else to write it. Maybe a new Christian witch will write our own manifesto. Oh my God, come on! Thank you for the super chat. Do you know what I'm talking about, family? I feel that I'm reaching, I'm touching, I feel that you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you for the super chat, a billionfold return to you, and thank you for your love and your beautiful sharing on the channel. I love you, and I appreciate you. So family, do you understand where I'm coming from? And I'm saying all this because this is Witchy Wednesday, because we do have this very magical walk. All of us are magical beings. Everyone is magical on some level. Magic is not the purview of one group of people. It's too big for that, right? Hey, Teresa, how you loving? Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. So I'm saying all this to say that in writing my own manifesto, oh, God bless you, wow, blues, goddess, spirituality, yay, blessings and love. I'm honored to serve and share, and I'm honored to share what's been happening for me. And as I share what's been happening for me, and as Derry shares what's happening for her, and as all of us share all over the globe what's our own experience, others could be inspired. Others could say, I'm going to shake off what people think of me, and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk my own path. Or, I'm going to write my own manifesto. Guess what? You don't have to be a Christian witch to write your own spirituality manifesto. You could be Muslim and write your own manifesto, because there's no two Muslims alike. There's no two Baptists alike. This is the whole point of this channel. This channel is about spirituality, and spirituality is deeply personal. No one's going to look like anyone else's. That's why it doesn't matter what someone else is doing. That's why you don't need to listen to other people. That's why you don't even need to look over another person's lane. Oh my God, they're so much more spiritual than me. Because most of the time, when we look in somebody else's lane, we're going to do one of two things. We're either going to make ourselves better than them, or we're going to make ourselves less than them. Better than and less than comes from looking over and left and the right. Hey! Ah! Wanda! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Wanda, I'm coming to New York because I gotta come to my home before I go to these 12 plus countries in 12 months. Before I leave July 5th, I leave for the first country, Santiago, Chile. And before I go all the way through, I'm going to 12 plus countries in 12 months. So I'm going all through South America, then hopping over to Mexico, then hopping over to Eastern, Southeast Asia, Thailand, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, in that area, then Japan, then over to Europe, to Croatia, Lisbon, Spain, Lisbon, Portugal, Spain. Where else are we going? We're going 4 places, I think, in Europe. Then we're hopping over to South Africa. We'll be in Cape Town, South Africa. So it's a whole year. I leave July 5th to the following July. Of course, I'm going to be back and forth a couple of times because we have the Christian Witches Convention, which happens April. So this Christian Witches Convention is coming up April. Get your tickets. Don't play with me. Meet me before I go away. Because when I go away on July 5th, and of course, I'll be sending you my vlogs here on YouTube and doing lives from different places around the globe. When I do the vlogs, and when I, you must come in the Caribbean. Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. I love the Caribbean. Oh my God, I love the Caribbean. Matter of fact, I had a dream the other day that I was going to Jamaica for the 7th time, and they wouldn't let me go through because they said there was something in my blood. And I'm like, and then they tested me again and it was fine, and then I could go through. Very interesting. They said, we checked, you've been to Jamaica 4.5 times. And I was like, 4.5 times. This is my 7th time going to Jamaica. In the 3rd dimension, I've been to Jamaica 4 times. Oh, Carnival. Child, say no more. Oh yeah, that's a dream. Carnival, especially after going to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, which I did many years ago. Wow. So I'm going to be going to all these countries, and I said, June is Punani Power, the Punani Power Retreat. Just go to ValerieLove.com and look at all the dates. And please put the dates in your calendar so you know where I'll be and when. I'm going to do a tour before I go, probably a book tour. And I'm going to go to, how was Mardi Gras? Kevin, I gotta do a whole video just about Mardi Gras. I mean, Mardi Gras is all that. It's something everyone should experience. It's almost like the ball drop in New York City. There are certain things on planet Earth that we collectively have come together to create that everyone should experience at least once in your life. At Chinese New Year, you should definitely go to Chinatown, wherever you live, and experience Chinese New Year. If you're in New York, easy, Chinatown is downtown. If you're in DC, easy, Chinatown is downtown. There are certain things that you just want to do. And Mardi Gras is one of them. You just got to do it. Yeah. Now, lastly, about this manifesto. So the manifesto, I'm going to close this up with a pretty bow. Then we're going to dive into our 3 of Pentacles. This manifesto, this is Witchy Wednesday. We're talking about magic. Magic is very strong right now in the atmosphere. It's crackling in the atmosphere. You have access. As 2020 came in, you have access to doing some things and to experiencing some things that you did not have access to in 2019, and I think you all feel it. The doors of heaven are open to you right now. The floodgates of heaven are open. Okay? I hope you're tapping in now. Smash up the likes. Smash that like button, baby. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Let YouTube know that this is something to share. This is shareable, 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 shareable. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, to close the loop on what we're talking about with regard to the Christian Witches Manifesto. Oh, yes, this is the year of the witch, baby. 2020, the Christian Witches Manifesto. So I wrote the manifesto for myself. I left many blank pages in there for you to write your own manifesto. Okay? She said I liked my way in. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. There are several pages there for you to write your own manifesto. Ooh, come on, Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Ooh, ooh. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Do your money dance. Do your money dance, baby. Do your money dance. Thank you, babe. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, a billionfold return to you. Love you, love you, love you. So, with regard to this manifesto, wherever you are on your spiritual journey and whatever you are doing and however you can do it, write your own manifesto. Something very cathartic. It's something very clarifying about writing your own manifesto. Love you. Wow. Now, okay. How do you get the link for members? Oh, for the book. So if you go to the members only section of the channel, so you go to the channel, so just click on my name under the vid, just go to the channel, and there under the community tab, you'll see members only. And you'll only see this if you're a member. Now to become a member, you'll also see right below this vid a button that says join. It's only $4.99 a month. Now let me tell you something about becoming wealthy. I'm gonna give you a wealth tip, even though it's not Money Monday, but I'm still gonna give you a wealth tip. YouTube lets you have channel memberships all the way up to $99.99 per month. It starts at 99 cents per month and it goes up to $99.99 per month. What service could you offer? And I've been thinking to myself this, so I'm going to be having some conversations with y'all. What kind of coaching, what kind of service could you offer and provide to someone that would give them $99.99 per month worth of value for their life, for their walk, for what they're doing, and happy 2020! And be able to receive that kind of income? Because to tell you the truth, if you have a YouTube channel, wouldn't it be incredible? Like YouTube is almost wiping out Patreon. It's pretty interesting because I had Patreon too, yet it's much easier right on YouTube. It's already there. And some people may say, well, that's solidifying of your income to one place. I still have multiple streams of income. So it seems like YouTube made it easier by expanding memberships. And this is a big initiative for YouTube because YouTube is very, 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 very big now on creating streams of income for creators so they can keep you on platform. They need the creators to keep uploading all this good quality content. They need a magnet. They need to attract and keep great creators. Because let me tell you something, a great creator is not going to stay on a platform because you got too many choices in today's world, right? So they have to find ways outside of ad revenue to be able to attract and keep great creators on the platform. So they had to explore other ways of compensating creators on the platform, because you know all these platforms don't want you to leave the platform. That's the whole big thing. Can we rope you in and keep you here forever? Good Lord. You do have to take showers and stuff like that. You can't stay on YouTube all day. They are looking for ways to bring you on platform and keep you on platform. So if the creator can manage their membership right from the platform, that's a no-brainer. Easier for the creator. You don't have to go over to Patreon, manage all that, come back to YouTube. Even though Patreon and YouTube work very well together, they're married really well. I didn't mean to turn this into a money class. However, I do want to let you know that if you are serious about building your YouTube channel, if you're serious about creating income streams, and if you're serious about sharing your message with the world, and if you're committed to doing all those things, you definitely have a way to be able to do that and to sustain yourself in your, you started your channel? Yes! Oh my God, yes! Yay, you started your channel. Matter of fact, everyone that's watching this, go ahead and subscribe because we support each other. This is a supportive community. We support each other, we advance each other, we love each other, we heal each other, we share with each other. That's what this community is about. And it's a global community of people that are really about love. We're not just talking about love. It's really about love. Let's pray. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Mother, Father, God, Source, the one life, the one love, the one heart, the one soul, the great one. We know that every being is an aspect of the one. Every being is an iteration of the one. And everything that we have before us, God, today, we will recognize as the one. That every challenge we have today, God, we know is here because it's put before us by the one. God, we know that everything good in our lives comes from one place, from the one. And we know that this one is inside every being. That we don't pray to some outside sky God, that we know that the one is actually funding our breath right now. We know that the one is the energy source that is moving through our hands and feet right now. We know that the one is this great unified field that is listening to our every thought and our every feeling so that it can delight us and bring us that which we desire. Yes, this is the one. And so whether we're quantum physicists and we call it the unified field or quantum reality, or whether we're a yogi and we call it yoga, oneness, union, or whether we're a Christian and we call it Christ and being born again, or whether we're Islamic or Zoroastrian or Buddhist or whatever we may be, or Christian witches or whatever we may be, we understand that we are all working with one power, one creator, one source, expressed in many forms. And now we appreciate all of the varied and different forms that you take, God, Goddess. We appreciate, Goddess, that you showed up in the form of all of our LoveTubers. We appreciate, Goddess, that you've showed up in the form of the tarot cards before us. We appreciate, God, Goddess, that you've showed up in the form of flowers and blades of grass and trees and herbs and essential oils and organs and livers and hearts. We appreciate the many forms that the one takes. Yet we are not fooled by the form, God. We understand and we know that this is one. Hallelujah. Amen. Ashe. Breathing, center in the one. You see, there's one life. This life is you as you. And when you look at seemingly another, understand there is no other. There is one of us here, and this one is God. So begin to see the whole quantum field and see that the quantum field is simply creating forms and dissolving forms. That's why everything in the form level of reality changes. It's always changing. The formless does not change. Anchor yourself in the formless. It doesn't change. Form is what keeps changing. Don't attach to form. Otherwise, you will be miserable. The formless, the invisible, as the Kabbalists call it, the 99%. 1% is form. The other 99% is not in form. Now, with yourself firmly rooted and formless, you can open your eyes and you can experience form and master form and master the material world, including your body, including your homes, including your money, including everything in the physical world. Open your eyes, look down first, slowly raise your gaze. Family, you must understand that there is nothing outside of yourself. You must understand this. Everything is happening in your mind. 3 of Pentacles. Rider-Waite Smith. Let's dive into symbology. What's present in this card? 3 Pentacles. We know Pentacle is that 5-pointed star. We know that we are in the earth suit. We also know that there are 3 figures on the card. 3 is the first number of form. In the ancient initiatory religious past of Egypt, you don't have form at 1. Now, 0 holds everything and nothing. 0 is all and nothing. 0 is potential. That's the Fool. 1 is a dot. You still don't have form yet at 1. 2 is a line. 1 dot, another dot, and a line in between. That is 2. You have connected 2 dots. 3 is the first number of form. And this whole universe is underpinned by numbers, numerology. 3 is the first form number, because at 3 you have a triangle. So as we look at the top 3, it looks like the tree of life. Keter, Hakma, Bina. Now it would go like this. Keter, Hakma, Bina. Now I apologize if this is reversed. So the energy flows down the tree of life as we learn in the mystery school. Please come to the Christian Witches Mystery School. The next one is in April, the week following the Christian Witches Convention in 2020. When you come to the Christian Witches Mystery School, we go deep into Kabbalah, because if you don't understand Kabbalah, how are you going to understand the Western esoteric magical arts and sciences? And so this is the top of the tree of life. Keter, Hakma, Bina. Keter, crown. Hakma means wisdom. Bina, understanding. Bina being the feminine aspect of God. Keter, Hakma, Bina. Now, who are these 3 figures? Let's explore these 3 figures, because if you understand these 3 figures on this card, you will be able to create anything. I'm about to give you keys to the manifestation of anything you desire. Are you ready? And these 3, you cannot miss any one of these 3. For you to have the pristine manifestations that will last. Some manifestations fall apart. Why? Because they don't have all 3 of these. Who do you see? You see an architect. An architect. This is the clothing of an architect at that time. He shows you the plans. Then you have a monk. How do we know he's a monk? Because we can tell by his head and by his attire. Then we have the workman, also known as the Mason, or now the magical arts and sciences, the Freemason. The architect, the friar or the monk, and the Mason. Are you starting to see? Now, what does this mean? It means that when you are creating and bringing anything into manifestation, first there must be an architect. There was an architect of the Matrix. Do y'all remember that? Who is the architect of your plans? Let's start right here. If the architect of your construction, of your building, of whatever you're going to manifest, is the egoic mind, the little tiny surface mind, well, we already know we started out with a faulty architect. I'm telling you, these are the secrets to creation. And I'm talking about creation and manifestation at last. The 3 of Pentacles has given it to you. Symbology. You have to be able to read the signs. Now, the architect. If the architect is your soul, you see, I discovered a great secret of existence, that your soul cannot create a miss. Your soul can't create a miss, right, Kevin? Your soul can't be off. It can't be wrong. It can't miss the mark. It can't miscreate. But my little human mind, oh, it can do all of that. I have run myself into the ditch more times than I can even tell you on one video. How many times have I come up with a bright idea? It was from the earthly Mind. It was not the architect, the divine architect, the soul. How can you tell the difference? How can you tell if you're, we call it hatching a plan? A Course in Miracles calls it hatching a plan. Your little surface mind. Right, Derry? Derry says, screaming for the people in the back. Derry, I have done this 50 million times. I came up with a bright idea. This is it. I wrote it out. Oh, this is it. Nothing but my own little surface human egoic mind hatched that plan. How do you know when you're hatching a plan? I'm going to give you 2 telltale signs that you're hatching a plan from the little egoic mind. But you think it's inspiration. It's not. God in the heavens is in the whole heavens. Your spirit guides, everybody's looking at you like, who told her to do that? Did you tell her? The angel's like, I got nothing. I don't know. She on her own on this one. But we so think we're inspired and we're freaking not. Kevin, you know what I'm talking about? Or maybe this is just my own crazy life. I'm telling you, I have been crazy and I can be crazy. So I needed signs to show me that I'm not being crazy right now and that what I'm going to build and manifest is going to last. Just like this YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel is not hatched out of my little mind. Otherwise, it wouldn't have lasted over a decade and still going strong and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And last year when I was at the ayahuasca retreat, leading the ayahuasca retreat, we added 11,000 subscribers in a matter of 7 to 9 days. The mother did that while I was sitting or laying on my back, or while I was helping other people in their ayahuasca experience in February. I looked at the channel. The channel was like 1,000 people a day. I was like, and the mother ayahuasca was looking at me like, oh, but you think you have to work hard? I was like, dang, mama. I mean, it was a clear message. I was nowhere near the channel. I was helping people in their ayahuasca experience. And part of the time I was laid out in an ayahuasca experience. Channel was just going like this. They looking at me like, but you think you doing something? I'm like, oh, damn, I ain't doing shit. These are the 2 telltale signs that you're hatching a plan. Number 1, you get excited. You ever got that energy? Oh, you're so excited. Guess what that is? Excitement, A Course in Miracles says, is a pleasant form of fear. Please put it in the chat. Ooh, when I get excited, I'm really afraid. But it's a pleasant form of fear. It's because it's exciting. It keeps me on my edge. I like it. But do you want to live your life excitement? Yes. It's a pleasant form of fear. Isn't that amazing, Kevin? Dwight, is that amazing? When I discovered that, I said, it's true. Watch your body when you get excited. And excitement doesn't last. Is that amazing, Kevin? Until I read it in A Course in Miracles, I could not. Ever since then, I never said that. I used to say, oh, I'm so excited, right? Your heart's racing. It doesn't feel like bliss. You see, bliss and peace and enthusiasm and the high level emotional states and ways of being, they don't feel jittery. They don't feel nervous. Is that amazing? It doesn't last, right? The excitement doesn't last. You get so excited because you got a new car. And you're just, oh, I'm so excited. Then you relax and you're like, okay, now what? It leaves you empty. That's how you know. So that's the number 1 reason. One way you know. That's right. Bliss is perfect. Oh. Bliss doesn't have that jittery aspect to it. Bliss is, come on, Darren. Y'all know what I'm talking about. See, y'all are on it. The LoveTubers are on it. I know. See, we here. I know it. See, y'all are the saviors of the world. So, bliss feels very centered. Excitement feels all over the place. So that's number 1. You get excited when you're hatching a plan. You get and you keep doing more to keep exciting you more and more. And then I'm gonna. It's like, I'll give you a perfect example that's coming to me. Thank you, Spirit. One of the angels is giving me this example. When you're planning what's gonna happen on Valentine's Day, has anyone ever made the perfect Valentine's Day plan and it went completely kablooey? Completely. But you was was making your plan. And you were so excited. Oh, I'm going to call. Oh, he's going to love this. Oh, she's going to love this. Oh, they're going to love this. And you were making your plan. And you were keeping it secret because you couldn't spoil a surprise. And then you were calling the restaurant and getting the exact balloons. No, you got to order them at exactly this time. You have to deliver the flowers right at this time because then at the next time we're going to this. You know what I'm talking about? And you were so excited. And the whole thing went some other kind of way. I know that's right, Kevin said. We finna go to Cheesecake Factory. Look, and the thing went some other kind of way. What happened? What happened? I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Your little egoic human mind hatched up that whole plan. And heaven was like, whatever, shoot. All they did was, heaven didn't even move. They were still sitting there like this with their fingers crossed, with their legs crossed. They didn't even have to get up off their chairs. The ancestors didn't even have to move off their chairs for that one. They was like, oh, shoot. And they said like that from heaven, and your whole life changed. That's what happens. They did like this. No. You all mad on Valentine's Day. Your boo is mad. What happened? I had a good plan. And then you have a choice. Either you can try staying stuck to your little plan that you're so excited about, or you could let go and breathe and center in bliss and accept whatever is before you. You could do that. And you will find that what they put in front of you is even more perfect than what you planned out, because this is the divine architect we're talking about. Who's with me? Just say, I get it, KAISI. I get it. Does everyone get what I'm talking about, man? Because that's why I go up to heaven all the time, because I'd be like, no, y'all not gonna do like this and change my whole. What do I need to do differently? I go very respectful. What do I need to do differently? And they tell me, well, do this and this and this. Okay, got it. Okay, completely understand. Beautiful. We got it. So we are masters of self. See, because whatever God puts before us, that's from God. If your boo, you ordered the steak and your boo don't like it, that's from God. It looks like your boo doesn't like what you gave them. It looks like your boo is unappreciative. It looks like your boo don't appreciate that you just ran around and did all this, and all they be is like, oh, well, I really wanted so-and-so. They're telling you the truth. Why is that happening? It's happening because God is showing me that I am to appreciate myself. See, if I appreciate myself, it won't matter what other people do, and if other people like it, don't like it, if they appreciate me, don't appreciate me, it won't matter. Because I'm appreciating myself, and then I can even honor people more in my life because I honor, oh, you don't like the steak? Oh, I don't take it personally. They don't like a steak. That's not a personal indictment on me. That's not what they wanted. And if I really love them and I'm really wanting to do something for them, isn't that mean that I'm supposed to make myself invisible and it's not supposed to be about me? But I'm still making it about me because they don't like what I got for them. Well, that's not love. That's not love. I don't know what that is. It's not love. So, the architect. And this is how we become masters of self. So the first way that you know you're hatching a plan is you get very excited. You get all carried away in your plan. Here's the second. See, I needed to know this for myself because I had to understand how not to mess myself up. Hello, in that ego. I had to know, family, I'm telling you, I was crazy as a bed bug and still can be. I had to know how to not mess my own self up. I had to understand how to align with my soul and become a freaking master. See, that's what I wanted to do. And that's what I aspire to do. How can I be a master of myself? How can I really fulfill what my soul came here to do and to be on board on my spiritual transformation of my soul journey? How can I do that? That's what I wanted to know, right? Ain't that it? Come on, right, Dawn. You see, so because that was my true intention and still remains my true intention, God is my only goal. Money is not my goal. Therefore money comes to me very easily and effortlessly because money is not my goal. The second you take money not being your goal, all the money you want will come up. And every time you look up, somebody will be giving you money. And next thing you know, you'll have everything you require. Money is not my goal. You liking me is not my goal. Likes, numbers, that's not my goal. God is my only goal. And it just so happens that when you have God as your only goal, God gives you everything. God gives you money. God gives you love. God gives you people. God, but the second you take your eyes off of seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, as soon as you take your eyes off of this and you start looking around, here you go into lack, limitation, and problems. And we call it conflama, conflict and drama put together. Conflama. Who wants spiritual conflama? Nobody. I don't want that. I don't deal in conflama anymore. Give me the peace and the bliss of the soul, the joy of the soul. I chose joy. Here's the second way that you know that you're hatching a plan. For all of you who are taking copious notes and writing this out, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the secrets to the universe. Please do not look at the person that is giving you these secrets of the universe and say, why is she wearing a white hat? Why does it have a red heart in the front? How come she ain't got no makeup on today? I guarantee you that's what some people watching this video will be thinking, rather than thinking, I'm about to save my life. I'm telling you, watch this video 50 million times because I'm telling you, it has the secrets to your whole life in it. No conglomerate, dog. Here's the second way you know that you're hatching a plan. This is so critical. Drop everything and listen to this. You start to assign roles to other people in your life. Oh, and so is going to watch the kids. Oh, you just assigned a role to someone without asking them, do you want to watch the kids? And giving them space to either say yes or no without the expectation that you got to watch your kids because I'm doing this plan for us. No. That's how A Course in Miracles says you can always tell that the egoic mind is hatching some kind of plan because the ego came up with what you gonna do and what you gonna do, what you gonna do, because the ego is outer focus and the ego is always thinking about what it can get other people to do for its own gratification. And trust me, the ego has already made up what it thinks everyone else should do for it to be happy. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Or is that just me and my own crazy self? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Course in Miracles is a life changer, isn't it, Derry? Life changer. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Yes, Kevin, April, yes. Those are the two big ways that you know you're hatching a plan. And you see yourself doing it and you can just watch yourself. Oh, wait a minute. I'm hatching a plan. I'm already figuring out in my plan that mom, oh, where do you get A Course in Miracles? Excellent. ACIM.org. Now, most of the time I would tell you to go to ValerieLove.com and click on books and buy things there. However, if you buy it directly from ACIM.org, that really helps them to continue to advance their work of A Course in Miracles. It's the foundation for inner peace. This is the publisher, the approved publisher of A Course in Miracles and the custodian of the Course in Miracles. How you loving? Wait a minute, who is this is saying hi? It's been a minute. Nitwa, how are ya? Yeah. Welcome back. It's a new year, baby. Be here every day. It's a new year. It's a new year. Be here every day because I'm giving you the secrets to the universe. Now, the second way that you know that you're hatching a plan is because you start to involve everyone around in your life. You start to assign roles to people. This person's going to do that. This person's going to do that. This person's going to do that. Because the ego has a few telltale signs. And you can always pick up these telltale signs as you watch yourself and observe yourself, not observe other people. I'm only here to observe myself and do my own spiritual transformation. That's the only purpose that I'm here, so that my soul can evolve and I can become one with God. Like Christ said, I and the Father are one. That's really my only aspiration in this whole big thing. So we're just having fun on this big playground known as planet Earth in this incarnation. So now, here are a few telltale signs of the ego. Number one, the ego thinks that other people are supposed to do things for it. You do so-and-so to make me happy. And the ego will hijack your happiness until other people do what you want them to do. But When you do that, you need to stop doing that. You need to do this. You need to do that. Hello. Mwah, how you love it? Oh, thank you. It's Witchy Wednesday. Happy Witchy Wednesday. So the ego has that song. That's one of the songs of the ego. You change so I can be happy. Another song of the ego is past and future. So if you're swirling around the past, of course, Miracle says you're not thinking about anything because the past is not here right now. So that means it's nothing. So if you're thinking about the past, you're really thinking about nothing because it's not here now. Because the only thing that's real is what's here right now. The other thing that the ego does, if it doesn't whip you to the past and make you feel bad and bring up regret or guilt, the other thing is going to whip you to the future. Oh my God. And every time you look to the future, you're going to have to not have enough. You have to. That's what happens every time you go into the future. You go into the future, you see something that's supposed to be in the future, you already made up your mind you're not going to have it. Or it looks like you're not going to have it. That's because that's the future, right, Kevin? That's the future. You're not there yet. You're right here, right now. All your happiness is right here, right now. All your power is right here, right now. All your creative ability is right here, right now. What are you doing with right here, right now? And right here, right now, there's no problem. There is no problem that can live in the now. The now is perfect. The now is heaven. The now is God. Eckhart Tolle says now is God. Whew. That's mind-blowing. So we cast off all these things that the little egoic mind wants to create, and we get into the divine architect, Three of Pentacles. Now, what's the second aspect of the creative? There's creation, your manifestation. This is the manifestation card right here. So you want one card for manifestation, there's your one word, manifestation. And we're talking lasting manifestations, okay? Now, what's the second aspect? We see the architect, the friar, also known as the monk, the holy man, the mason, the Freemason, the builder, the worker. Who is this? That's the friar. So the architect is spirit, right? Is God. That's the architect. You have to have something that makes the blueprint. Then spirit, the holy man, the holy woman, comes in. Your intention is going to, your spirit, your fire, as we know in the in the book of Tarot, your spiritual self, you're a fourfold being, right? Spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and earth, air, fire, water. So your emotional self is water. Your physical, your spiritual self is fire. Your physical self is earth, and your emotional self is water. Your physical self is earth. Your spiritual self is fire, and your emotional self is water. And what is the one? Your mental self is air. How could I miss air? I'm an air sign. Now, when you create your intention for this thing you're creating, you're gonna pray it up. You're gonna bring that fire to it. That's your spiritual self. That is how the thing is starting to congeal in the infinite. Remember, we talked about at the beginning of this broadcast, we talked about the infinite field. And quantum physicists call it ultimate reality, infinite field, whatever you want to call it. This is where everything comes from. So your spiritual self is always connected with the infinite field. You can't not be connected with the infinite field. You are the infinite field. We all came from the infinite field, and the infinite field is ultimate reality, not what's showing up in the third dimensional form. So you tap into the infinite field. You see, quantum physics is right in a tarot card. You wouldn't believe it, but it is. You see, because science and spirituality are not saying two different things. Science and spirituality are saying the same thing in different ways, just like Dr. Joe Dispenza shows us. Then, once you've got these together, you see how these work together? You give it over to your physical self. The physical work now needs to be done. That's the mason. The mason was the one who cut stones with precision. The Freemasons, an esoteric lodge of spirituality and magic, and I was married to a man that was a 33rd degree Mason. I'll bet you, they don't tell you anything, behind closed doors because they're not supposed to tell you all that. But I'll tell you one thing, behind closed doors, those high level masons, those 33rd degree masons and beyond, they are levitating. They're doing all kinds of stuff that you would think is impossible. So this is the stone cutter, and you can even see that he has a hammer in his hand. And he has his hand on the stone and he has an apron. So each aspect is showing you how to bring your things into manifestation, which means let's give it practical application before we go to our other 5 cards and close it. Ooh, this card, isn't this amazing? Tarot, and I love that. I love that we have this conversation, tarot triage, because you know, as we exchange what we're seeing and what we're receiving and our revelations and our inspirations and our understanding of the cards, we're enriching the global conversation around tarot. That's what I love about this. It's a share. That's the beauty of the world. We have created a world by our consciousness, by the evolution of our collective consciousness that knows we're one, and we're sharing with each other so that we all grow, right? Because someone else looking at the card will see something completely different. That's why sometimes when I look up different tarot cards, I may look at 5 or 6 or 7 videos on one tarot card because I desire to be a master of tarot. I could look at, I got out of dozens of tarot books, and still some of the best things that come to you from tarot won't even come from a book. It'll come from revelation, from those open doorways that come spiritually because you are insistent to know, and because you keep pressing forward and you make it your priority, the secrets of the universe. Those doors will start to be open to you, and you will gain layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of understanding and wisdom that ordinary people, the people that scratch and sniff at the top, they just scratch, oh, what is 3 o'clock? Pentacles. Then they hop from one video, watch 2 seconds, hop to another video, saw 2 seconds, hop to another video, saw 2 seconds, and think they know something. Don't know shit. That's not this. I've been studying tarot for over 15 years and still feel like I've only scratched the surface in this lifetime. And this is not even the first lifetime that I practiced tarot, that I've read tarot. So this is a book. It's like the Bible. It cannot be mastered by a human consciousness. This is a continual study. So how can we apply this? Because we need this to be practical, and we need to be able to have an application. Here's an example. Let's say you want to make $100,000 a month. I've been seeing that a lot lately. It's in my sphere, which is lovely. It tells me that I'm going to have a $100,000 month. Not how many 5-figure months. It's pretty much where I like to hang, multiple 5-figure months. Now I'm like, ooh, let's create a 6-figure month, right? I've never had a 6-figure month in my business. So let's go for a 6-figure month. So let's say a dream. Ooh, you were murdered in multiple lifetimes. Interesting. So was I, actually. Now, let's say that your goal is to have a $100,000 month. Now, you know I'm a manifestation queen. This channel is a spirituality channel. It focuses on magic, money, and metaphysics. Y'all know I can manifest anything, and so can you. I'm not special. The only thing that I've decided is to live out what my soul is telling me to do. That's it. And I'm sure that's the decision you made too, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. So let's say you desire to create $100,000 a month in your business. Let's do it. Who is the architect? First, you're going to go to the divine. That's the architect. And first of all, you got to figure out, why do you even want this $100,000? Okay, so if you go into your consciousness, write out all the things that you think this $100,000 a month is going to do for you. How are you going to feel? Well, I'm going to feel accomplished, because I already told you you're only ever going for a feeling. How am I going to feel? Well, I'm going to feel accomplished. How are you going to feel? I'm going to feel successful. How are you going to feel? I'm going to feel inspired. How are you going to feel? I'm going to feel worthy. Okay? All these different things. Oh, it's through a jungle. Oh, interesting, May. Interesting. So you write out all the things that you're going to feel. How are you going to feel? I'm finally going to feel like I matter and like I'm worthy, which is really just another way of saying I don't like this feeling that I have of not being worthy, or not thinking I matter deep down within, or feeling that I'm insignificant, or feeling that my voice is not heard, or feeling that I'm insecure, or feeling that I'm less than in some way. So when you want to be something, it could be coming from the lack of that thing. And you want to understand where you're coming from, because that's your intention. That's the monk, the friar. That's the fire. What's your true intention? So examine that. I want to make $100,000 a month, right? In my business. Okay, great. And if you already pass 100,000 a month, go to a million a month, 2 million a month, a billion a month. This is not, it's all relative. For some person, $100,000 a month would be the goal. For somebody else, $1,000 a month would be the goal. For someone else, $1 billion in a month would be the goal. Pick a number that works for you. Okay, don't get caught up on the numbers. Okay, yes. Discover me. Doesn't that 30-day mental diet do that, Derry? I saw you so deep into the 30-day mental diet, and I just love it. So you list out why are all the reasons that I want this thing, and you will start to see very clearly, maybe I want this thing so I can feel better about myself on some level. That's okay. But please do know that if you get that thing and you have not changed on a deep, 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 deep core level, I'm talking about all the way deep down into the well of your consciousness. Man, we're going long today because this is Witchy Wednesday. If you haven't gone all the way deep, 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 deep down into that well of your consciousness, where the insecurity lives, where the not good enough lives, where the I don't think I matter lives, I don't think I have a voice, where that shit lives and festers. And if that's the driver, it's going to be a problem. Whereas if you look and you say, okay, this is really spirit telling me that I know I'm supposed to be wealthy, which is pretty much most of the people on this channel. You know that you're supposed to be wealthy. That's why you came here. And you know that you're supposed to have a lot of money. And you know that you're supposed to have this great amount of money, not because just to prop yourself up as some great rich person of the universe. You know that you're supposed to have a lot of money because you know that there are very big things that you're supposed to do, and big visions, big resources accompany big vision. For big vision is big provision. So if you're an Oprah vision, if that's what your soul is creating, you need a whole lot more resources than the Mother Teresa vision. Mother Teresa, Oprah, one is not better than the other, simply different. They require different resources. And both of those visions, large as they are, both commanded the resources they required. Different resources. Oprah didn't need a building in Calcutta for her mission. Mother Teresa did, and she attained it. Mother Teresa got all the real estate. Mother Teresa was a real estate tycoon, but most people don't know that side of Mother Teresa. She had to acquire buildings to put all the sick people in so she could be doing hospice for them and healing for them. Mother Teresa acquired a lot of real estate, right? Or commanded and controlled a lot of real estate. Okay, so yeah, money manifestation is not your best suit. And you know something, May? That's a lot of us. That's a lot of us. So that's why I really focused there, because I knew I was supposed to be rich in this lifetime. And I wasn't going to stop, and I wasn't going to settle, and I wasn't going to accept anything less than what I know God told me to accept and experience. So once you get to the root of, okay, I know God is telling me that I'm supposed to be rich. I know this is a calling. I know the master architecture is at work. What is my intention? I've already examined my intention. I've already seen that this intention is not coming from the lack parts of me. This intention is coming from the philanthropic part of me. This intention is coming from, I understand that I must command lots of resources for my destiny. I understand that I'm here to be a big giver. I understand that I'm here to be an excellent steward of all the things that God gives me. So your intention is clear. Now you get to work. People are missing him. They don't do the work required for the outcome desired. Now, if you work, it's this incredible May. I mean, they're just pouring through so much today. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. And I sure didn't think that we were going to be going into all this today, yet it is Witchy Wednesday, and it's very appropriate. And I'm very thankful. Keep going. So, if you want to create a $100,000 a month, yes, Nitwa, if you want to create $100,000 a month, won't you be doing more than someone who's only going to create $1,000 a month? If you want to create $1 million a month, won't you be doing more than a person who's only creating $100 a month? An extra $100 a month, that's really all I need. Okay, that's one level of work. And another level of a word, does the bench mean foundation? I love that because he is on a bench and he's on a four-legged bench. And what's very interesting about this bench is that you can only see one solid leg of the bench. And it almost is like the bench is somewhat floating and that he's somewhat in the physical realm, yet the esoteric and the other realms have really taken over here, which I love. So, in tarot, everything means something, right? The color of his apron, the color of his tights, everything means something. Yeah, like something is holding him up. Something is suspending him higher, and he's able to build higher. And then as we spoke of, we have the top of the tree of life there at the top. Isn't that very fascinating? I mean, that's why I love these cards, because I've been looking at these cards, like I said, for over 15 years in this particular lifetime. And every time I look at the cards, I keep seeing more and I keep seeing more and I keep seeing more. It's a revelation. So if you don't have the workman, which I'm going to tell you something, most light workers, they don't have him. They have these two down pat. If you're watching this video, you probably have this down pat. You got your prayer, your meditation, your alignment with spirit, your vision board, your intentions, your manifestation journals, your wealth grimoires, your magic spells. You probably have this part down pat. This is where the rubber meets the road. That's probably why he has a mallet. This is where the rubber meets the road. The action required to create. That threefold mother, father, son, mother, father, child. Action. You cannot create without the triangle. You cannot bring anything into form without the triangle. 3 is the first number of form. 3 is the number of creativity. And when you go to numerology, this whole universe rests on numbers. You cannot create without action. Action. If I didn't get up, take action, you can get all the inspiration you want from spirit. And you can align that inspiration. You got the inspiration from spirit. Go. And you align it in your spirit. And you've got it all written out. It's mapped out. You have the architect. You have the spirit, the spiritual part. If you don't do this, why do I lead retreats around the globe? Why do I take people to Bali and all these different places to write their book? Because they haven't taken action. You didn't write the book yet. What's the last 6 letters of law of attraction? Good. Oh my God, Kevin, that is so good. Action. That's the part people are missing. Action. And why are we missing action? I'm going to tell you exactly why we're missing action. Then we're going to look at our other 4 decks because we work with 5 decks in this challenge. Why are they not taking the action? Too afraid. We're afraid. That's why we don't take the action. We're afraid. Resistance comes up to writing the book. Actually sitting down every single day, putting your butt in the seat and writing. That's what I do every day. I write every day. I can't not write. Then you have to actually take the action to publish the book. Then you actually have to take the action to set up a marketing plan for the book. Then you actually have to take an action. Put you on blast, Juana. It's all good. It's what I've walked through. That's why I'm such a good coach, because I've walked through this. No action means fear. That's exactly what it means. We don't take the action. That's right. We are our own worst enemy. And I was just studying that A Course in Miracles lesson yesterday. The Course in Miracles lesson 338. Please read it. Please read it. Please read it. Put it in the chat. ACIM lesson 338. Put it in the chat so that everyone watching, everyone seeing it now, everyone who comes here will read this lesson. ACIM lesson 338. I am affected only by my thoughts. Woo. See, that takes away all the, they ain't talking about me. I'm gonna put a freezing spell on them. I mean, I see some stupid ass shit on YouTube, stuff that's not even lawful. I'm gonna put this up because they throwing hands at me. I'm not gonna put my picture on. Magical people say some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I said it. They don't want their picture up because there's too many good magicians around here. There's too many good people that know how to throw hands. And if they get my picture, that is stupid as hell. I am affected only by my thoughts. Are you affected by the spell somebody across the how can you be affected by the spell somebody is throwing across the street? That don't have nothing to do with you. That is stupid and it's not lawful. It's not lawful, people, but you see it all day long. And guess what? People are going out right now buying the stuff. I'm gonna get cayenne pepper. I'm gonna get. That's the intention behind your magic. Okay, have at it. But let me ask you a question. After all that, are you happy? Do you have what you want? All these freezing spells. People talking about me, I'm gonna do a freezing spell. I'm gonna put your name in the freezer. Do you know how many do you know how many freezers probably have my name on it in a freezing spell? I'm still talking. What the hell, people? That is not, let's elevate. That is not fucking magic. That's stupidity. Dressed up as magic. It's stupidity. And that's not what they were teaching in the ancient Egyptian mystery schools. That was not what they were teaching in Ghana, in Vodun, where the birthplace of Vodun started. So I don't know where we got all this stupid shit from. Because that is not it. And you will know that's not it. Because do you really want to spend your life and spend your money? You spending your money going to make a spell about somebody else. I said enough about that for now. But I'm going to keep talking about it. Because people are off. And we need to be on. Then your magic will actually work and get you somewhere. How about spell yourself? I keep telling you over and over and over on this channel, the only person I spell was myself. Because I'm affected only by my thoughts. ACIM lesson 338. If everyone read that lesson and digested it, I mean integrated that lesson, that you are the fucking creator of everything in your world. Everything, 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 everything. You. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no good, there's no bad. There's only law. The law of cause and effect says you are cause and you're getting the effects. Period. There's no other people involved in that. No one else can create in your world. There's nothing to protect yourself from unless you're going to throw up a big old protection spell from your own damn self. That's who you need to really be protecting yourself from. Your own damn self. I'm affected only by my thoughts. My mind is what's doing the whole fucking thing. This meaning you decide, that's right. That's exactly right. We're seeing it. We're not seeing the world as we are, as they are, as it is. We're seeing the world as we are. I'm not seeing that person as they are. I'm seeing that person as I am. I am affected only by my thoughts. God is not. It would be a cruel God to put you here and have you subject to everything everybody else is doing. That would be so cruel. And indeed, you would need all kinds of protection. Because at any time, someone could come get you. But this is what the ego is all about. The ego is all about attack and defense. And let me defend myself because I might be attacked. Let me defend myself because I might be attacked. The ego doesn't say, let me look at myself and my own crazy thoughts. The birthplace of all the crazy is in my own mind. But no, we don't want to take 100% personal responsibility and be spiritual gangsters. We want to look outside of ourselves and call it their fault and call it you and you and you and everybody else and stay weak and stay a victim and stay crying and mad and upset and falling out on the floor. And I could have my tantrums because they did that to me yet again. Until one day I say, wait a minute. Do I want to keep playing this game or do I want to grow up? I want to fucking grow up. Yeah, that's the only place to look, is yourself. You see, according to law, you're this big broadcast station. See, we don't know our power. And we think looking at ourselves means blaming ourselves. It does not mean that. It means knowing your power, owning your power. You are a big broadcasting system. You are a huge, superhuman, infinitely powerful creator that is sending out your thought beams at every time, and they just keep coming back. Yes, April. We don't know that. We don't know that we are the master creators of the universe made by God, Goddess I am, with the same creative power as God. God said, now we're going to make one like us. And all the angels went, and Lucifer said, he ain't going to be my boss. God said, okay. That's what really happened with Lucifer, right? Everybody's thinking Lucifer is the devil. He's not. That's another story for another day. I digress. Let me stay on. You are the mighty creators because God gave you the power to create. You can't not create. And how do you create? You create with your mind. Master architect, we hope it's divine mind. And then you add your fire and your spirit and your will to it. And then you get up and you take action. And every lovely thing that you have in your life is a manifestation of your own thought. I keep telling people this, but they don't want to believe me. But I tell you one thing, if you really knew this and you really lived it, it would make you the most powerful person in your whole life. It would make you a fucking master because you would know you're untouchable. You would know that no one can touch you. And you would look at anything in your life and you would say, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to change it. And you would change your mind. And that thing would have to change by law because you're the master. You would know all that. Let's go to our other decks, Gilded, Three of Pentacles. I ain't going to talk to y'all all day. I'm not going to talk y'all heads off all day. Three of Pentacles. He's doing his work. He is doing his work. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't do the Lucifer video yet. I am going to do the Lucifer video. Yeah. Lucifer said, no, he's not going to be my boss. And God was like, okay, he doesn't have to be your boss. All the other angels were like, okay. God said, I'm going to make one in my image. God, goddess, right? El and his Asherah. El being God. And then after a while, El and Yahweh is not even the same person. But a lot of people think El and Yahweh is the exact same person, and it's not. I'm going to tell you exactly where you're going to get this. Wait a minute. I got something for you. I got something for you. Because let me tell you something. If something comes to me, trust me, I'm going to study it. Just get this. Just get this book. Will freaking blow your mind. Do you see what this says? When God had a wife. The fall and rise of the sacred feminine in the Judeo-Christian tradition. Now, you know I'm a Christian witch. I eat stuff like this up for breakfast. Let me tell you something. I am studying this book like you would not believe. And it clearly delineates El, Yahweh, not from speculation, not from guess, from science and from the earth, from archaeological digs and bringing up what is right in the earth, right beneath our lovely little noses, that proves that much of what they wrote in the Bible, the part that's not an exaggeration, is not completely true. And it's swirled in with some stuff that's very true. But you can't read everything in the Bible and take it for gospel because you don't know. But guess what? We do live in an age where now we've gone into the earth and we've dug up a lot of shit from people that lived then. And it shows you right on there. El and his Asherah. El and Asherah. Everywhere. It was God and goddess. And something happened. Let's get this goddess out of here. We can't have God with a wife. Okay. Yet, the goddess never disappeared, even during the patriarchy, because the goddess lives in every heart. Everybody got a mama. So wouldn't it tell you that God must have a wife or some kind of consort? It wasn't even called a wife, a consort, a divine counterpart. Isn't there yin and yang, or is there only yang? Isn't there a sun and a moon, or just the sun? What would happen if we only had the sun and we didn't have a moon? We would have died long ago. These things don't even make sense. But nobody questions this shit. Nobody questions this. Except for us knuckleheads and crazies that are here on this channel. And we're not knuckleheads and crazies. That's what they call us. Because we're like, something don't quite sound right about this story you're telling me. If you go to ValerieLove.com right now, click on books. Please, if you would be so kind, use my Amazon link and it'll take you right over. And I have curated and I added this book to the list. I have curated a grouping of books for you to read to open our eyes. Open our eyes. Hello, I love God too, right? Yeah, but I think there's more to God. So El and Ashera, his consort, the other half of God, right? God goddess. So God goddess made one in its own image that can create. That's you. You are divine in human form. Now, when God did that, God said to all the angels, God goddess said to all the angels, that I will make this one so that this one can even command angels and demons. Yes, demons have to exist. And angels, and I go into all this in my book, so get Confessions of a Christian Witch, get the Christian Witch's Manifesto, and the next one I'm writing now, which is a bombshell, okay? So just get the books. Now, when all the other angels were like, Lucifer said, no, he's not going to rule me. And the other angels like, can we do that? Can we say? No, we don't have a choice. Lucifer, bright, shining one, brightest light of heaven, said, no, that one's not going to rule me. Okay. They say he defied God, but did he? Or did he just make a choice? Because I don't see God haven't destroyed Lucifer yet. So it must be something more to the story than what they told us. And how is God, as it says in the book of Job, holding court in heaven with all of the sons of God, Elohim, right? How is God holding court with all the sons of God? And supposedly the devil came in with him. The one that they kind of mistranslate devil, Lucifer, Satan. They have this all congealed into one big conglomeration that is, let's understand what all these things mean. So how is he going to come in there? The devil. Isn't that what it says in the Bible? The devil came in. How did the devil come into heaven? I thought God already kicked him out. How did the devil come into heaven? And how did the devil get to have a conversation with God in front of all the other ones that were there? And God didn't shut it down. God had a conversation with the devil. God's having conversation. Did God take it as a threat that the devil comes in? You see, Kabbalah already explained all this. Kabbalah says that Satan is the opponent. Satan, S-A-T-A-N, what they call Satan the devil, Satan is the opponent. Satan is your worthy opponent. Satan is the resistor. Satan is your helper. Satan works for God. But if you walk into any church or you tell them, Reverend Val says Satan works for God, it's not going to go well for you. This is not going to be a good Sunday. Please no. It's Witchy Wednesday, so we had to have the cackle. But please, no one go to any church. Kevin, total boot. Please do not, this Wednesday, tonight, this is Witchy Wednesday, please don't go to Bible study tonight. In your respective churches. If you're still in a respective church and say, excuse me, I have a question. Reverend Val said, who is this Reverend Val? Oh, by the way, they already added my name to the list. Wait a minute. Child, that's going to be another witch hunt again. I done already been through a few of them. God. They already added my name to this. Honestly, these people be having me cracking up. But what's the name of it? There's a list, Captain. Prophet Calvin Witches sent me the letter, the link. I got to put the link on ChristianWitches.com. He said, "Oh, you made the list." I said, "What list?" Apparently, there's some kind of list on the internet of all the heretics. I can't even say it. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Let me get myself together. Apparently, yeah, some kind of heretic list. I think they call it something like the Mordecai list or the something. I said, well, I feel thankful. Oh, but look, guess who else is on the list? So I felt good. I felt in very good company. Guess who else is on the list? Was the one who writes all those books. His last name also starts with an L, and I absolutely always used to go to the bookstore and see all his names. Thank you, Terry. Gotta breathe. His name, he also has a last name L. Who is that? He's a Christian writer, and his last name starts with an L. And he wrote a lot of Christian books. Y'all know him. He wrote a lot of Christian books. His last name starts with an L because my books were somewhere near his books in the bookstore. When my first books that were published by a major publisher. God is in love with you. God speaks to you. God speaks to me, and God is in love with you. Were published by a major publisher, and my books were right near his books in the bookstore, in Barnes and Noble and all them. So that's how I know these authors by their last name, and he's on the list too. And he's this profound publisher, author of a lot of books. Christianity, I thought. But anyway, so I'm on the heretic list and some kind of watch list. Be careful of the teachings of these false prophets. So all I'm doing is opening people's eyes. Okay? All I'm doing is yanking the Kool-Aid away from people saying, don't drink that. It got fucking poison in it. You drink the Kool-Aid, you're going to be spiritually dead. And all I'm saying is study to show yourself approved. And all I'm saying is go and search and make a careful study for yourself, like the Bereans did in the Bible. Make a careful study for yourself of more than what they're telling you. Okay? Hey, nothing false about me at all, centrally. That's why I was cracking up when I actually felt honored. I was like, well, I feel, and Calvin's on it too. Prophet is on it too. Yeah, Prophet's on the list. So you will see me on heretic list. I feel like that means I'm doing my job. That's what that means. Because every person who was a prophet was first. Because what does a prophet do? Upset the fucking status quo, people? No. That's the first thing a prophet stands up and says, is no. And plus, the masses need to stop being deceived. We need to open our eyes, and we really need to understand. Yeah, you know prophet is on there. Oh my God, because prophet be going at them, okay? So we need to open our eyes. And we need to understand, stir the cauldron. Come on, Derry. You know how we do. Stir it. People need help getting liberated. They need to be liberated. That's exactly it, Marlo. We are liberating our minds from millennia of dogma that has been handed down and systematically used to keep people under the thumb and thus under control and sucking the money. Church needs people, because if the people wasn't there, where's the money coming from and what's going to happen to the church? They need you in their energy. It's the matrix. Not saying that you shouldn't go to church. I'm saying there's so much more than church. There's so much more. I love church. I never went to a church that I didn't like. I'm not anti-church. If I went into a church right now, I would have a ball of my life. And I know that there's so much more. Let's go to spellcasters. Three of Pentacles. I love, love, love this spellcasters. You know why? Because what are we seeing in the background? We are seeing the pomegranate tree. I believe this is the pomegranate tree. And what is the master showing the children? He's showing them that there is an apple. Pull it up. on the computer if you don't see it clearly here, because it might not be coming in really clearly on here. But if you notice, he's showing them the star in the middle of an apple. Now the squirrel is eating an apple, and he has cut the apple. This is either an apple tree or a pomegranate tree. He has cut the apple in half. And you know, when you cut the apple in half, not the long way, the other way, there's a star. There's a pentacle, is a pentagram, not a pentacle. A pentacle is with this five-pointed star with a circle around it. Pentagram, five-pointed star. There's a pentagram inside of an apple, and he showed it to them. Okay, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Feng Shui Tarot. I go to church regularly, but I get, yes, nature is my church. And I tell you one thing, I've been all over the world. I've been to Indian Hindu temples in India. I've been to temples, Buddhist temples and Hindu temples. I've been to in Bali. I've been to in Africa. I've been on the plains with the Maasai. I've been in a beautiful Islamic mosque, all covered up, of course. I have been at Christian church. I've been to a Jewish synagogue. I've been everywhere and going and finding out more and more. I've been with the Native Americans and smoking a peace pipe. I've been in sweat lodges, all of it. God is in all of it because God is meeting everyone right where they are. So I'm not saying God's not there. God's everywhere. God is all of it. God is all. And I don't let other people tell me that God is not here. I don't let other people tell me. I don't give court to people's opinions that God is not a Christian witch too and God's not pagan too. God is all of it. God is pagan. God is Hindu. God is all. And if you came up with another religion now, God would be that too. All right. That tattoo is a butterfly. Oh yeah, this is my butterfly tattoo. One of my latest creations. I have quite a few of them. This one came in Peru, and we're going to expand on that when we go to Peru. So, green dragon is earth in the suit of feng shui, in feng shui tarot. God is meeting everyone, yes, right where they are. Isn't that beautiful, tarot triage? So we never have to judge other people's walk. We never have to say God is not in that. We never have to say that because God is meeting everyone right where they are. If a person is laying in the gutter right now, just drank themselves into a stupor last night, God is meeting that person right in the gutter. God is everywhere. Didn't we learn God was omnipresent? What does omnipresent mean? Doesn't that mean present everywhere? So I don't understand how they can say he's omnipresent, but he ain't over there. God is everywhere. Green dragon. Green dragon has now come to a standing stone, and it has a symbol on it. Now, I do not read Chinese. So I don't know what the symbol means, and I'm not very good at reading the Feng Shui Tarot. I do know that it has the Bagua, the I Ching on it. A powerful, powerful book. But I do not understand it. But I love, love, love the perspective of the East in tarot. You cannot get this deck anymore, I heard, unless you want to pay $100 and some odd for this deck. But I got this deck like a decade ago, and I just love it. All right, last card, because we work with 5 decks. Okay. God is so much bigger than some religion. Isn't that the truth, essentially? Oh my, and thank God that God is so much bigger than all of us. Thank God. God, goddess. Thank God. Now we are going to end our discussion with Morgan Greer. Morgan Greer, we have a workman working away under what looks like a church. This did not seem so much like a church building to me. It's definitely stone, stone, stone. And this does have the stained glass feel of a church. And the mason is busy working. You see? He's building. This is a card of creation, creativity, manifestation. That's our one word for today. Well, I love you. It's Witchy Wednesday. I'm going to be live on the Christian Witches YouTube channel today, too. Or we going to have a good conversation about God's wife today on the Christian Witches YouTube channel. Live this afternoon. I cannot tell you exactly the time, but it'll be coming up soon. I love you. 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 God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Be a blessing to everyone. Go to ValerieLove.com and check and see what we got going on over there. Absolutely make sure to get the books. I write them for all of us. And yeah, stay in the love. Peace. KAISI out. Thank you, God.